Well, guys, we've come to that part of the season where if we end up winning this game against the Raiders, we get into the playoffs. We have a good chance of actually winning the division as well if we end up winning this game, because then we only have one more game against the Browns. We have a good chance of winning that one. But at the same time, we really want to focus on this game against the Raiders and hope that we can clinch that spot. Now, we faced them only a couple weeks ago, so really there isn't much difference between what we saw a couple weeks ago and now, but we'll still end up looking at their stats because, again, we need to take this seriously. They're 8-7 this season, and even though we ended up beating them, it was still a pretty tough game. And it wasn't even Aiden O'Connell who gave us the biggest trouble, despite the fact that he is actually still having a pretty decent season here. Just over 3,000 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. It was really Evan Montgomery and Josh Jacobs. I mean, those two as a tandem in the backfield is absolutely insane. I mean, they're combining for 16 touchdowns, around almost 1,600 yards. They're doing extremely well, and Aiden gets out there for a couple scrambles as well, but really, again, these two are the ones that really gave us trouble last game, and hopefully won't be giving us trouble this game. Obviously, Devontae Adams is their lead receiver, got 7 touchdowns, and on the border of 1,000 yards. He should definitely get that as long as he ends up staying healthy. Jacoby Myers is there as well, and same with Michael Mayer. Of course, Atwell gets out there too. He got a couple of receptions against us, so just got to make sure that our secondary can really hold them. Now, in terms of their defense, per usual, still pretty damn good. I mean, Kaminsky ended up leapfrogging Judon with the TFLs. He's got 16 now to Judon's 15. Judon still got 13 and a half sacks, man. He's having a really, really great season. Either way, they do also have Tyree Wilson who gets into the backfield, and of course, Kaminsky has 4 as well. In terms of interceptions, yeah, we're not going to be able to throw the ball too much, and if we do, we're going to have to be really selective of where we end up throwing it, and probably going to have to end up throwing it short. But again, for the most part, we should be running the ball again. And you'll see that in just a minute, but first, for the defense, we are going to be defending the inside run. Like I said before, between Montgomery and Jacobs, those were the two that gave us the most trouble last game, so let's focus on them this game. And again, in terms of offense, we're going to be run to the outside per usual. If we have to switch to the inside, or if we're down and have to throw, we'll switch that up at halftime too. So again, this one is actually going to be an extremely important matchup. It's our last divisional game of the season, and if we win this, I believe that we do get into the playoffs and actually have a really good chance at sealing the AFC West. So let's come home to San Diego and take on the Raiders and get a win. So let's have our defense go to work here, and let's see if we can actually put this game out of reach pretty early. So let's start it off right. I mean, they have one guy in the backfield, but oh, they're going for the delayed handoff. Nice try in the tackle there, and unfortunately, they do end up picking up a good 9 yards as one of our best cornerbacks is now going out for the rest of the game with an injury. That was one of the worst things to happen too, because he's one of our best rookies and definitely one of the best in our secondary too. Let's hope that other guys back there can actually slow them down. And it doesn't look so on that one. He ends up getting a decent gain on that one for a first. Didn't think it was going to be that hard against these Raiders again. I thought that we had already figured out what we needed to do, and it looks like we need to go back into man. I thought that with Chancellor leaving, that we would have to go back into his zone, but again, I think we're going to have to stick with that. Really good run up the middle, and now Bosa goes out with an injury. Let's hope this one is not for the rest of the game, and it is not. He'll be back soon. But that does leave us down a lineman for, this next play or two. So let's get in the backfield here. Let's jam him up. They're going play action. Let's get to him. Great pick! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about! And even without Chancellor, we end up getting the ball back. McLean gets in there for his first interception of the season, and one that's really big for us this game. And that's the player they decided to highlight at the beginning of the game. Come on now. Come on now. This is who you need to highlight. So 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. We're going for the play action here, and we got him wide open. Gary wide open downfield. That is a perfect play action play right there. And we're down to the 21 and we're cooking. So 1st and 10 yet again. Let's keep it up right here. Our rushing attack looks pretty decent even when it looks like we're going to get bottled up. That's a good gain of 5. Let's run up the middle on this one. It's a little different, I know, but it looks like we got a pretty good hole right there, but unfortunately not big enough a one. As Lindstrom goes down now, that is 3 injuries in the first 3 minutes. So 3rd and 3, let's just pick up the first right here. That's all that matters. I can't believe he did not hold that block. And it makes sense. Lindstrom just went out with the injury. And yeah, unfortunately, that's who we ran at too. Unfortunately, that means that we can only settle for 3 here. Let's hope that the defense can pull something like they just pulled on that last drive and get the ball back again. So disappointing way to end that one, unfortunately. But again, hopefully our defense can go out there and do the same thing. So despite the fact that we did pick them off last time, we're still barely getting any pressure whatsoever. So we really need to improve on that. Man, just a quick pass over to Davante Adams. So if they're smart, they should just run for this right here for the first... Oh, they're going for the RPO! And yeah, they end up picking that up, but only a couple yards. That's definitely on me. I was not reading that whatsoever. But let's go 1st and 10. Oh, they do run it. Get him. Dude, I can't believe he just pushed him off like that. Like he was nothing. As a big-ass lineman. And you push him off him like that, huh? Impressive. Not gonna lie. Oh, man, a good catch by Michael Mayer, and that is another almost first down. So let's sell out for the run. Why not? Let's try to get a lot of pressure here. Let's take him down in the backfield. It's not going to be the case. Man, he is just a monster. I mean, the funny thing is we're supposed to be taking care of the inside run. And they're still gashing us, man. They're doing a damn good job here. Let's get back for some pressure. Where was he throwing that one? We need to do something here. Empty backfield. Man, another off-target throw. Otherwise, Davante Adams would have had a first down and maybe more. So, big down right here. We can keep them from going up on this one if we end up stopping them. Oh my gosh! That is the 2nd interception by McClain. Holy cow! Not expecting him to end up getting those because that was Chancellor's position. And I think they're trying to attack it just to find out that they made a big mistake right there. Julius McClain, his 2nd interception of the game, having the game of his life. Just, oh, absolutely red. Absolutely red. Some crazy work right there. So let's go play action on this one. Oh, yeah, there we go. No, if we didn't overthrow him, we would have had Foot for potentially a touchdown. The fact that Foot is a tight end and he had a DB really chasing him, yeah, maybe he would have gotten caught. But that's okay, though. Because you know who's not going to get caught? That'd be Christian Mayberry, baby. Whoop! Let's go! Up to the 31-yard line. We got some breathing room. So let's give that play action another shot because that could have worked. So let's see if we can get him yet again. Doesn't look like this time. Oh, B was going to be wide open, but unfortunately we couldn't get rid of it in time. 2nd and 19 here. We're going to go for the screen. No, we're not. We're going to try to loft it up, and that was a really bad call. 3rd and 19 now. All right, yeah, we're just going to try to get some yards back on this one. And I forgot, he doesn't know how to run a screen. But can he get outside? He cannot. And that's going to be a 4th and 10 as we wind down to the end of the first. And after one, man, this one's been all defense. Our defense, as a matter of fact. 2 picks has allowed them to not score, but we've only gotten 1 field goal as we're about to punt back off. So let's go, 1st and 10. Let's get the ball back somehow. Thankfully, with a really errant throw. Houston, unfortunately, has not been great in coverage, but thankfully O'Connell's horrible arm has made it a little easier for us. Let's get in there. There's some pressure. That's what I'm talking about. Can't quite take him down, but that's another incompletion. And thankfully, 3 straight incompletions allow us to get the ball back with some pretty good time here in the second and potentially get a really good return here. Not even close, actually. So thankfully, we do have a lot of momentum, so hopefully that'll continue to be a big thing for us as we get taken down for a loss of 5. And you gotta wonder why we keep running to that side, too. Either way, let's see if we can get a good gain on this one. We can. That's big. That is a first down over to Foot. Thankfully, he actually could catch up to this one and ends up catching it down to the 50. 1st and 10 at midfield. Let's keep it up now. Let's get a big run on this one. Nice try on the juke as he ends up getting stopped for only 3. Mayberry is unfortunately slowing down a little bit here at the end of the year, but we've been running him a lot. Besides, he's over 2,000 yards on the season. I think he's good for the season. It's going to be fine. So let's go. Great hole right there. Great vision, but can't quite get up to the first down marker. So we don't need anything flashy here. Just need a first down. I think we can pick that up right here. Right there to Gary. Or not Gary, pardon me, that's Gabriel. Wide open right there, and that's going to be a first. I think I just wanted it to be Gary that badly. Either way, 1st and 10 right here. Go for the outs right here. Perfect. Out to Gabriel. That's going to be a 7-yard gain. I'm glad we're getting little chunks of yards. So let's just make sure we pick up a first down on this one. Don't quite get there, but we're breaking out the fullback on this one, baby. And after the penalty, now we have a 3rd and 5. We can pick up this first down, though. We got Mayberry in the zone. And unfortunately, we can't even hit him because he could not get open. We've had in this situation before, and we've missed a 50-yard field goal. I'm not doing that today. We need to try to pick this up. I have faith. As I should. You always got to trust in Mayberry. Juke back to the middle. Let's go. Now we have it down on the 17. It's the last play before the 2-minute warning. Let's run right up the middle, right into a defender for a no gain. Let's go. As we split everyone out, it looks like the middle is actually going to be pretty wide open. So let's go for the draw. Beautiful. Unfortunately, that was a weird kind of bounce off of them. And now it's going to be 3rd and 9. We'll find a way to end up scoring here, or at least getting the first. 3rd and 9. Let's see who's going to be open here. Oh, we see who it is. That's going to be a first. Let's go, baby. We got a 1st and goal now. We have all 3 timeouts. We're looking good. So we got 3 plays to run it in, and we have 3 timeouts. I feel like we can waste the clock down a little bit just so they don't get the ball back. And that way we get the ball back at half. Let's run to the outside here. Take me down. Thank you very much. That's going to allow us to waste a little more clock. So let's go for the run one more time. They're jamming in, so that's going to leave us completely wide open for the score. He walks just right in, or I guess dives because he just decided to. And now with 12 seconds left in the half, we end up going up, presumably, 10-0. And that is how it's going to end. So again, after one half of play, we are up 10-0. We stopped both of their drives with interceptions. Well, except that last one with the punt. So 2 interceptions and a punt. Our defense is looking really great. Definitely more elite than it has over the last couple weeks. And thankfully our offense is doing enough to be able to keep the lead. So I think we kind of have to go with the same thing. I mean, we're not doing great on the run, which is surprising considering the fact we're actually doing well through the air. But if we keep running to the outside, we can waste some more clock. And we can also get some pretty good gains because Mayberry ain't going to be bad forever. And in terms of our defensive focus, honestly, again, Aiden just hasn't been great today, and we've been being gashed right up the middle, so let's defend the inside run again and hope that we can actually stop this time. But the good news is we don't have to worry about defense, at least not for a little longer, because we end up getting the kickoff here. So first play out of the half, let's get it to the outside. Great vision, cuts it. Can't quite get the speed ahead of both of them. And gets taken down for only a gain of 4. So let's make sure we try to get a first down right here because, again, Mayberry just hasn't been great all game as he picks up another 4. But still, just 2 yards short. So we only need 2 yards and Mayberry's in the zone. I trust him pick this one up. He definitely does. Not much more after that, but still, it's a first. 1st and 10 now. Let's keep running, baby. Why not? Why not? It keeps working. That's not bad. Not as good as he usually does, but still, a gain of 7 is really good there. Let's keep going, Mayberry. You just need a first down right here. Gets met right in the middle, but man, he gets dragged forward for about another 5. And now we're past midfield. 1st and 10 here. We're going to switch things up a little bit. That was a bad idea. I was hoping he was going to loft it a little further out, but nope, no such luck. So 2nd and 10 now, unfortunately, but that's all right. Look at that play right there. Just a huge hole opened up right in the middle. Probably not the best way to put that. That's okay. 1st and 10. Let's keep running because we've just been dominating them. Can we get the speed? We cannot. Let's get this another shot right here to the right. We just need to pick up some first downs. Not quite, and we're about to get flagged for holding. So we got a long way to go, but that just means on 2nd and 17, we are going for the screen. Let's go. He's not going to pick up many blockers, but that's okay. It's Montez Sweat. You know what Montez Sweat does. He fucking runs up the middle and barrels people over, and he picks up a first down. Not bad for a former defensive lineman, huh? Looking really good out there as he gets beyond Judon. Can't quite juke and get up there, but still a big 19-yard gain up to the 5. You guys ready for the biggest mistake of the day? There we go. No. Hit right off his hands, deflected up. And unfortunately, well, for them, that fell to the turf. Good for us. No, we got to go full beef right here. Let's go, Montez. No, gets taken down just about an inch short. And now we have a 3rd and goal. One more shot here. Let's do it. Who's going to get open? Absolutely no one because we get sacked right away before we can do anything. And now I think we're going to have to settle for another field goal. And if you guys can believe it, we have pretty much wasted the entire 3rd quarter. 2 seconds left as we kick off. So I'm loving how this game's going so far. We have a 2-score lead. Wish it was a full 2-score lead, but a 2-score lead nonetheless as we're getting into the 4th quarter. One play before the end of the quarter, though, as they go for the RPO, and they end up picking up 9 yards. But still, thankfully for us, we're firmly in the driver's seat. Not a ton of offense, But they really haven't had the ball much, and we've been wasting the clock. And I'm definitely not upset about that. By any means necessary, we need to get wins. And again, since this is probably going to be the last season that we do this, throws way off target, then it'd be nice to end up ending with a big dub. You know what I mean? I don't know if we're a Super Bowl caliber team, but we can definitely do our best to, maybe potentially fluke into it. I mean, teams have done it in the past, you know what I mean? So why not us? Why not San Diego for once, right? Ooh, what a move! Nice little move by Sweat, and he picks up the first. Big gains. And now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it's not so much that Mayberry wasn't doing well today. Maybe he was just tired and sluggish because Sweat's getting some really good gains here, and he's got some good speed on a lot of them. But as much as I'd love to score here, realistically, all we have to do is just hang on to the ball. So if we can just find a way to pick up first downs, oh my goodness, then we're going to be golden. Great run by Sweat again. He stayed up, he broke tackles so much that he lost an extra 7 after he gained all the way up to the 43. So 1st and 10, let's keep it going with Sweat. He is doing fantastic today. Let's see if we can keep it up. Not bad, a good 3 yards right there. Very hard fought too. But it's time we go back to the air right here. Let's see who we can end up hitting. It's gonna be Gabriel. Who else is it going to be? Well, I guess it could have been one of the Gary brothers. But come on, Gabriel is definitely the most sure-handed one on the team, especially with Roth out for a while. So, oh my goodness, great, a little block pickup over there on the left. I saw that one. And thankfully on 2nd and 4, it looks like we're going to have some green grass on the left over here to be able to pick up the first. And we certainly do. Great block over there by Gabriel. I was going to see if we can cut it back in, but no such luck, but we do get down to the 15. I don't feel like we do this enough, and I feel confident enough in this game that I feel we can go for the play action here. Let's see if that's... Uh-oh. Well, I'm not confident running the play action right there, as we end up getting sacked by Wilson again for his 2nd sack of the game. Either way, though, 2nd and 23, I know we're going to have to run it here, honestly. We're going to have to go to the short side of the field. So let's go that way. Oh my goodness, no way. Oh, I see a hold too. I know, we should have just run out of bounds. That would have been a big first down, but unfortunately, holding on the offense, and that is going to be a 10-yard penalty. And now we have it 2nd and 28. Let's see if we can get backed up all the way to midfield. Let's hope not, but you never know the way this is going. But instead, boom, plowed. Let's go. I can't believe he turned that 2nd and 27 into a 3rd and 1. Big 26-yard gain. So 3rd and 1, last play before the 2-minute warning. We're just going with that fullback dive right up the middle just to pick up that first down, baby. Yeah, this is legit the most complete our entire team has looked all season. I understand it's only 13 points, don't get me wrong, but we did everything we needed to do, and we get in for yet another score. Let's go. I don't think there's a way they're going to be able to catch up at this point. And just to make it a full 3-score game, let's go for the 2-point. Wide open, baby. Gabriel in the corner of the end zone. 21-0. Let's hope that the game ends up on that score, too. What a world it would be if our defense pitched a shutout, especially after getting absolutely rocked for almost the last 5 weeks. But as much as I'd like to send a little bit of pressure here, honestly, it's smarter to play prevent. I mean, we just need to keep the ball in front of us. And yeah, there we go. They were going for the screen and just bopped off of Bosa's head. You can tell Bosa's been playing angry today. I wonder if some kind of recent event made him a little upset. Who knows, though? Let's get into the backfield. Come on now. Come on, you got to stop him. Someone. How did you end up finding him? Man, I know we only have 3 guys going, but we need to get a little more pressure than that. Thankfully, our secondary ends up containing him. Now let's get in one more time. Let's get some really good pressure. No such luck. Oh, I thought he could have picked that up, but no, Sims bats that down. So let's go 4th and 10. They have not picked up a yard yet on this drive. Let's see if we can end that for them right here. We do not. That is a really good gain there. Over to the 44. And they're going to play hurry up. I don't think that they have much of a chance to win this game. But I understand. You want to try to get your points and all that kind of stuff and have it look respectable. And honestly, it looks like they could get that chance. Unfortunately, we need to play better defense at this point. Yeah, we're just leaving them wide open over there, and we shove them out of bounds. Thankfully, that allows us to get a little bit of a breather and put out a different defense, too. So let's go. We're going to send 4 this time. We can't let them have that much time. Ooh, thankfully he does not pick up the first down, 3rd and 3. Or is it? They're going to review this one. Why? I really don't care. It's going to be about the same no matter what. Wow, so they reversed it, and thankfully that 3rd and 3 becomes a 3rd and 4. So let's get in and stop them right here. Oh no, I can't believe he got torched down the sideline. But thankfully he did not end up scoring. 42 seconds, we need to keep them out of the end zone here. Not because we need to win, but just because we wanted to pitch the shutout. And man, that's not the way you want to give up the shutout. Garbage time touchdown from Michael Mayer. Congratulations, Aiden O'Connell. You have finally completed a pass for a touchdown. And that will make it a 2-score game. But again, 37 seconds. They have to get 2 onside kicks. So let's pick this up here. Come on now. And our special teams really feels like blowing this here. That's fine though. 37 seconds. They need 2 scores. No way we can blow this. Literal, unless they just torch us for a touchdown right here, that just ain't gonna happen. So 2nd and 10, defense just has to do what they've been doing all game. Just get in there. There we go. That's what we're talking about. And finally, despite the fact that that wasn't a sack, at least we got some good pressure. So let's be smart on this one. We're still gonna send 4, but let's keep a contain out here, because Aiden can get out for some scrambles. And thankfully, that is a horrible pass by him. So it's time to put this game away like we should have on that onside kick. So let's go. 4th and 10. Stop him. Let's get this ball back. Oh, good pickup on the blitz. No way you allowed him to catch that. I am just effing befuddled. What was that? How did we allow that? And oh my god, don't look now, they're making a comeback. That's okay, they cannot get 2 onside kicks in a row. They can't get 2 in a row. Thank you, Gary, for hanging on to that. Just go down. And honestly, if we were going to get another chance at a drive, I was literally going to try to score one more time. But no, the fact that we literally just gave up 2 scores in the last minute? No. We're taking the kneel. And we're just taking the dub. And despite the fact that we wanted to make it really interesting at the end, when we were up 21-0 with 2 minutes to go, we still end up coming out with a victory 21-14. Not necessarily, again, the prettiest win at the end. The first 3.5 quarters, phenomenal. Defense played amazing. The offense controlled the ball. But then, that last couple minutes, you know, it does suck that we ended up not recovering that first onside kick. But what can you do? Still end up coming out with the victory, and that's truly, truly what matters. And looking at the game, too, we held Aiden O'Connell in check, man. Only 180 yards, 2 tutties, unfortunately, but the 2 interceptions, which were really big in the beginning. Forbes actually had one of his better days, only from a completion percentage standpoint. 126, no touchdowns or interceptions. But Mayberry and Sweat ended up outgaining Mayberry, but Mayberry had twice the carries, and he was definitely tired though, but they both ended up getting a touchdown. Montgomery had 48. If they would have leaned on him, I think they would have been better off. Then Forbes with -2 and Dyson with 2 himself. Now from a receiving perspective, for us, Gabriel had 5 of those for 39 yards, no touchdowns unfortunately, but he did have the 2-point conversion. Mayberry had 1 for 16, Sweat for 17, Foot for 24 with a really good gain, and then Ernest Gary had that 1 big catch for a good gain of 30. For them, though, man, no one gained over, well, I guess 57 yards, fortunately, because he had that 1 big catch for the first down. But Adams and Mayer both ended up having the touchdowns. But either way, thankfully, we just kind of held Aiden O'Connell in check for the most part. But defensively, we actually looked pretty good. McLean was truly the player of the game right there. We didn't have any TFLs. We had no sacks, but those 2 interceptions were key. Again, we weren't really on the field that much, so it's not like we had a ton of opportunities to really get tackles or sacks or anything like that. We forced them out the field pretty quickly. We dominated the time of possession. So really, even though we didn't have great stats here in terms of TFLs and sacks, our defense played phenomenally. So thankfully we take that win there, and I think that allows us to clinch a playoff spot. So let's advance to next week, which is week 18, which is going to be against the Browns, which they are not doing well, although they have won 2 of their last 2. So in other words, they're on a 2-game winning streak. So that might be tough, and we are playing in Cleveland, and Nick Chubb is still their halfback. But still, we're on a nice little roll right here, too. We're doing pretty well. We're 11-5. looks like the Chiefs are the only ones that are going to threaten us for the AFC West, and I think that we might hold the tiebreaker. Not 100% sure. I don't want to find out. I would prefer to win this game against Cleveland and be able to win the AFC West outright and not have to worry about a tiebreaker, but still, we're looking pretty good. As of right now, we do hold the 3 spot, the Chiefs hold the 5 spot, and based on that, I would assume that we are firmly in the playoffs. Next week is going to be fun. We just need to make sure that no one ends up really getting injured, because that's a little rough, and especially after a couple of the injuries last week. Either way, though, we still have Roth, who's out with that broken fibula. He's going to be gone for essentially, again, the rest of the season and potentially the beginning of the next one. Kind of depends on how things fall. I don't know the exact number, but either way, that is a big loss. But again, the Gary brothers have definitely kind of made up for it, and Gabriel's been a one-man wrecking crew. Other than that, though, it looks like everyone else who got injured, like Chancellor, are going to be back next week, and we are going to be pretty much back at full strength. So let's hope that we can go into Cleveland next week, and we can come away with another win and an AFC West title. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week against the Browns.